Hey everybody, welcome back to Ryan Makes Sense, where we talk personal finance, investing, and chart analysis. Today we're looking at none the other Las Vegas Sands, ticker symbol LVS. We're gonna see if this stock is worth $38. We're gonna see what institutions and hedge funds are doing. Are they buying the dip or are they selling the rip? And we're also gonna do some advanced charting on my favorite, Think or Swim. And I think my future self is appreciative of my past self because this has a nice base already created. So welcome back here. Man, okay. I'm admiring it. We'll come back. So let's go ahead and see if this stock is worth 38 bucks and dive on in. So first things first, while I adjust my face. Oh, sorry. All right. Looking at the bigger picture, what have I drawn? What a mess. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, okay. So, wow, this company goes back to 2005. It's literally trading at the same level as it was back in 2008. That's pretty crazy, right? If you bought it when IPO'd, you are down. Um, there's only a few areas where you could have bought to be still up. If you bought in 2009 at $3 and you held it to 82 and you held it all the way to 38, you're still up. But I mean, look at that. Like everything under here, you're underwater. So how much further can it go? Thanks for asking. Strength is at 39 and it looks like it's heading down still. Let me just do a reset. Looking at our momentum, and it looks like it's ready to reverse. If we look at this chart here, my head is kind of in the way. You can see there was great support here, resistance, great support, fell through. So if this could be our next area, which is 24, which is $14 from the current stock price, which is quite a bit. Money flow is looks like it's ticking back up. And our relative momentum indicator is, you could see it was up high, and now it's kind of just been cascading down. Overall, I don't see bears or bulls in control. It just seems very neutral. They are profitable. What's their what do we, oh, look at here. Okay. They still have not recovered to pre-pandemic levels. Back in 2019, they were doing $13.74 billion dollars. I do have some fantastic news though. 2023 they did 10.37 billion. The trailing 12 months they are at 11.43 billion. They are up $1 billion so far. And 2024 is not over. They just had earnings as well. Uh, Overall EPS, I would say this is down and to the right. However, just kind of looking at COVID, you can see it's kind of reversing this way. So 2024 EPS could be more than 1.6, hopefully. With the way that this is trending, you see it went down negative to positive to slightly negative to super positive. So amazing bounce back. Over that same time frame, I mean, it's trading as if they're only bringing in 2 to 4.5 billion a year, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Um, let's look at some data points. Quick ratio is a 1.7. So if they had to close their doors tomorrow, they could pay off any debts, notes, liabilities. So thumbs up there. Debt, thumbs down. Uh, EPS past 5 years negative. Sales past 5 years positive. Gross margins 38%. That's a high growth company. It looks like we have some insider ownership change positive, although we're seeing negative transactions. So possibly shares, RSUs, just restricted stock units, stock options. Institutions on 47%. We're going to double test that and see if that is accurate. Again, they're profitable and they offer a dividend. Normally, I would say if companies are struggling to stop a dividend, but I mean, their quick ratio is over one. So whoever's running their books, probably the CFO, they're doing good. Forward PE is at 13.48. So if they continue at this current trajectory, current revenue, margins, they're going to be cheaper. They should be cheaper in the future than they are today, or more undervalued. So let's pull up my handy dandy proprietary calculator. And we're going to go ahead and see what this projected stock price could be. So they have 28 billion, $30 million market cap. They do have 1 billion, 610 million in income. They're profitable. 11 billion, 430 million in sales. It's great. Total cash, let's see. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, before we look at the cash, let's just take a quick peek. Q1 this year, they did 2.9 billion. Last year, they did 2.1 billion. That's huge. Q2 this year, they did 2.7 billion. Q2 last year, they did 2.5, so about over a 219 million increase. That's great. Good for them. All right, let's continue on with our calculation. Maybe. Come on. Okay. They have 4,711,000,000 in cash. Did I do that right? 47. I did one extra zero. 4,711,000,000. That's insane. Total debt's gonna be high, but they should be okay. 12,808,000,000. All right. And let's just see. Total assets 21.1 billion. Total liability 17.2 billion. I prefer assets to dwarf liabilities 2-to-1, but you get what you get. Their total liabilities looks like it's kind of trending down overall. Total assets kind of flattish. Cash. This is the least amount of cash they've had in a long time, actually, on their hand. So that's quite interesting. Chapstick break. Okay. Going back up to continue. Oh, wait. I want to see if people are selling down here. So Robert Goldstein, Chairman CEO, sold 100,000 shares, but he got 51,000 in options plus 55,000 in options. So he actually got 106,000. So no red flags there. Adam Miriam, now this is a little bit of a red flag, sold $1.4 billion worth. I'm sorry, Miriam Adelson. It's Miriam Adelson. I think that is, yes, the billionaire. I think she's actually opening up Las Vegas 2.0 in Dallas, Texas. I don't want to deviate from where we are today. Look at what her and Mark Cuban are working on and look at what they're doing for basically creating a Las Vegas in Dallas. Just a little tidbit there. So Miriam Madison, we thank you for the 34 million added back into the market. That does hurt a little bit. But what hurts us makes us stronger. So let's go back up here. Oh my gosh, the shares outstanding and ouch. Okay, so we have shares outstanding of 753,450,000. That brings us a stock price of 43.76. The stock price today is $38. Analysts have it at 55. We can see 59, 70, 63. Nobody really knows what the heck's going on with this one. So I see 49. I trust my calculation more than I trust Wall Street's. So 43.76. That means this is slightly undervalued, but at the same time, there's no real compelling reason to buy. I mean, it's trading at the same price as it was back in 2009. But at least with 2009, we could see there was some huge indicators of a reversal. Fast forward to present day. Womp, womp, womp. I'm ridiculous. Okay. But that doesn't mean institutions are not buying. So institutions own 47%. I'm going to say they probably own higher than that. They actually own, drumroll. All right, we're going to have to manually calculate this. Un momento, por favor. Okay, so 396,644,819. Okay. We're going to divide that by 753,450,000. Institutions own 52.6%. So that is about a 5%, 5.0, no, less, 4.97% increase. What are the big boys and girls doing? I'm glad you asked. Look at this. Look at this. Interest is coming back. Okay. Miriam Adelson, she sold it all. Let me just confirm. Did she sell 346 million shares? I thought she did. She sold 34 million. It's saying that she has 346 million. Is that, let me do some quick calculation here. 393,188,851 minus 346. So she sold 46 million, which is right here. 34 plus 12 is 46. I don't care who you are. 46 and some change. Yep, 264. We see the 263 plus the carryover. Yeah, so this equals this. So she probably still has she has a lot of shares left. So this showing a 0% down here is inaccurate. It could be because maybe she can't sell them. She can only sell a certain amount a year, potentially. I don't know. So interesting. With that big selling, that means we have these little guys and girls that are buying. Um, Interesting. So there's no big Vanguard or BlackRock ownership, right? There is. Okay. We're going to get to the bottom of it. It's just going to take 1 second. There it is. They own 37 million shares and they added 0.57%. So they do have a pretty big stake. So we do have some big boy and girl representation here. So overall, I mean, no really compelling reason to buy other than they're obviously making a great rebound. But I mean, Miriam Adelson is just dumping so many shares, which is, her right, but it's just making it harder for the stock. That it just the stock is not really going to see much of a difference because people are buying while a lot more is being added, a lot more shares is being added to the supply. So let's go back here. This is playing out very, very well. And we do have this new level of resistance. So this is the apex. It's what I call the area of opportunity. Let's just draw out really quickly some supports to watch out for. I do think this is going to continue to go down. So obviously we have our $34 support here, but below that, right, we have 28. Come on, 20, yes. Okay, 28 bucks a share. I think that is fine. I mean, I think there's still some more downside. I don't think the trend is over, and I say the trend of going down because the volume here just does not reflect that. And then if we look at all-time high here, 148.76. Excuse me. Yeah, you could see these patterns before where it went from $1, hit this resistance, came down to this support, came up here, came down. It didn't have enough power because of this resistance built in. Came down even further, got past this resistance, couldn't get past here. It's bouncing off this resistance, acting as support now. It's very weak up here. This may be when Miriam sold, and now it's below this resistance here. So again, we're going to watch for 34 and 28. I think the company overall is rebounding. However, that oftentimes in Wall Street, the company and the stock price are disassociated. And that's kind of what we're seeing now, where the growth, the returning back to normal for Las Vegas Sands isn't represented in the stock price. So, what do you want to do if you want to? You could own this stock individually if you want, or you could own the S&P 500. It is part of the S&P 500. I normally do my Fibonacci arcs, but I did not do it here because there are too many peaks and valleys. There's not enough clear. So right from this low to this high, that's fine. This high to this low, that's fine. This high or this low to this high, fine. But then they start getting more narrow and peaky and trophy. And so it doesn't make sense at the moment. You could see I actually created this Fibonacci arc. I don't know why I keep missing it. Um, from this high over here to this low, perfect resistance. I mean, perfect resistance here. I think, again, our area of opportunity is going to be between 28 and 34. Um, and historically, if where was COVID at? COVID was right around here. So yeah, I mean, this company doesn't look like it's going to fail anytime soon. So I personally, this is something I would want to take a stab at, but I want to wait. So I'm going to create an alert actually where it trades below, create alert. And so basically I'll get a text when let's change this to 30, just 30 flat. Yo. So I'll get a text, I'll see this, I'll take a look, and I'll be like, yo. All right, that's all I've got, you guys. You can see the clear areas of support. Again, I think it was 34 and 28. Heavy resistance at 39.86. So we'll see where time takes us. But thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing. Have a wonderful day.